Welcome back to Tank Time, where I teach you how to lower your score without having to work on your golf swing. On today's agenda, I'm going to teach you how to take that standard, reliable, unfailable golf chip and adjust it to fit almost every situation. If you haven't seen my video on the standard chip yet, go check it out before watching this one. So how do you think we're going to take that standard chip and adjust it to fit every situation? By manipulating the club face. Wrong. All we have to do is change the ball position and the golf club. You only really need 3 different types of chips to get you around the entire golf course. Your standard chip, a de-lofted chip, and a lofted chip. So a de-lofted chip is when you decrease the angle of your club. That's going to make the trajectory of the ball come out a little bit lower and with less spin. So that means the ball will stay closer to the ground and roll out a little bit more once it hits the ground. A lofted chip is when we increase the loft of the club. So that means you're going to have a higher trajectory and more spin on the ball, which means the ball will go higher off the ground and stop quicker once it hits the ground. And you can achieve all 3 of these shots by just moving the ball position in your setup. For the standard chip shot, the club is going to sit very neutrally on the ground. It's going to be in the middle of my stance, weights on my left leg, standard chip shot. For your de-lofted chip, the club is set up on my back foot, weights on the left leg. With my hands pressed forward, I'm already de-lofting the club, but we're going to add 2 degrees of de-loft. You're going to adjust your stance so that the lines on your club face are square with the target. That's your de-lofted shot. For your lofted shot, we're going to set up with the ball position at the front foot. We're going to open that club face 2 degrees. You're going to adjust the lines on the club face are square at the target. Weight on the left leg, hands in that forward position, and that's the lofted chip shot. So the standard chip, the ball's in the middle of my stance, choked up on the club, weights on my left leg, very neutral club position. I'm going to set my wrist and turn through the ball. De-lofted shot. I'm going to have the ball set up to the back of my stance, club face turned in 2 degrees, weight on my left leg, hands in the same position, set the wrist in the back and turn through. And now for the lofted shot, same thing. Ball positions on my front leg, club face is open 2 degrees, weights in my left leg. I'm gonna set my wrist and turn through. It's that easy. Now I'm gonna show you a drill to work on these 3 different shots, so you know exactly how each shot reacts and what to expect. So this is how you're going to figure out the consistency of your chips. I've set a tee up right here. We're gonna hit 5 shots with the standard chip. We're gonna try to land all 5 at that tee, and it'll teach us how far our ball rolls out. So now we're going to do the same thing again with 5 balls, but we're going to use our de-lofted shot. Now we're going to land the ball at the tee. I think you can guess where I'm going with this, right? We're going to do the same thing again, but we're going to hit our lofted chip shot. Now I'm going to land the ball at the tee. So this was my landing spot. This is about where all of my lofted shots rolled out to. This is where all my standard shots rolled out to. And this is where all my de-lofted shots rolled out to. So the reason I'm able to hit every shot so consistently is because I'm using my core to control the distance and not my arms. You have a joint here, 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 and in your fingers. It is very difficult to be consistent when you're trying to match up every single joint every single time. It's much easier to lock your arms into place and allow your body to swing for you. We don't want to manipulate the club face too much because that could result in catastrophic errors. We want to keep it simple and easy to repeat so that every chip is reliable. Golfers usually carry between 3 to 4 wedges. I carry 4. I have my lob wedge, which is a 58 degree. I have my sand wedge, which is 54 degrees. I have a gap wedge, which is 50 degrees, and I have my pitching wedge. Make sure you do this drill with all 3 or 4 of your wedges. That way, you're confident with how the ball reacts on the green and how the ball rolls out with the 3 different shots in all 4 of your wedges. And with 3 different shots using 4 different wedges, that means you have 12 standard, reliable chip shots that you can pull from at any given time. Why is it so important to become a good, confident chipper? It takes the pressure off your iron game and makes you a more confident golfer. That's correct. When you're a confident chipper, that means you're not putting as much stress on your iron game because you know you'll get up and down if you happen to miss the green. And with our good game plan, we're missing it in all the right places. If you haven't seen my video on game plan, go check it out now. So let's get you good at golf. Stay tuned for my next episode where I show you how to play golf in some really tough conditions.